Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee Break. I'm your anti-Starbucks host, Mason Langlois, and today we have a very special interview with Mr. Brodsky and Mr. Tweedie about their recent placement in the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow contest. Now let's go to the Mug of the Week. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Mug of the Week. For this week's mug, we have a Star Wars mug. I chose this mug because while it is pretty cheesy, I thought that it represented the theme of today's interview with our students reaching for the stars. Well, that's enough out of me. Let's get to the interview.
Here's how you can donate to DHS TV Media with Donors Choose. First, search up Donors Choose on Google, or if you have a link, you can use it. Click on the top link. Once you're on the website, click Find a Classroom to Support. And search up Parati. Next, choose which project you want to support. And type in the amount you want to donate. This is the most important part. Switch the amount of money supporting Donors Choose from 15% to 0%. This will make it so that we can finish the projects faster. Then you can do the rest.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Break. Today I'm with Mr. Tweedie and Mr. Brodsky, and why don't you guys just go ahead and explain why you're here, who you are.
I'm an engineering teacher here at Dartmouth High School, and Mr. Tweedie is...
I teach marine science, and Mrs. Franco, who also teaches with me, is teaching aquaculture and marine science.
That's wonderful. All right, guys, so I guess just want to start, do you want to explain, what the song contest is about?
Sure. Well, let me back up to last year when I decided to do a project having to do with carbon capture. And I let my students choose any project they wanted, and the student chose to build an aquaculture system. That's one way we can try to capture more carbon and reduce the impact of climate change and overfishing and habitat degradation that's happening in our oceans. So he began the project, and that's when I brought Matt and Roseanne on board. Unfortunately, he was a senior, and the project kind of fizzled out. But this year, we reinvigorated it with a new crew, and we figured, why not enter it in a contest? Luckily, I had Matt and Roseanne on board, because had I tried to enter it in the contest myself, well, I did last year, and they were not interested, but these guys are, they know their stuff with aquaculture and marine science.
All right, can you guys just kind of expand more into why you decided to apply for the contest?
So when Mr. Brodsky approached us about an idea that the students could be involved in, the obvious choice for us was some sort of system that would house black sea bass. So as Mr. Brodsky said, because of overfishing and habitat loss, sea bass population in our area has gone down. So it'd be a great opportunity for the engineering students to coordinate with us and our aquaculture students. And we gave them a lot of great design ideas for the system to house these sea bass, to keep them alive for the whole year and release them at the end of the year. And they took it from there and started to design a great system. So hopefully we'll be pretty successful in keeping all these sea bass alive.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So exactly how many students are involved in making this happen?
How many students? Well, there was one last year who's graduated, and then this year I have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 students currently.
All right, yeah, no, awesome. That's nice that you guys that it's really student focused. That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's great, and it's great that we have students from different departments. Actually, you know what? Probably 6 or 7, because I forgot to mention the computer science students, who are the second half of the project. So to explain the project, marine science's plan was, as Matt said, to rear sea bass. Our job was to build the tank system that they would live in and the pump system. And then the last step of this project is to build an automated monitoring system. So it will automate the tank chemistry monitoring, which details you could probably fill in a moment. And then that information is going to get pushed out via Wi-Fi to an app. So that end of the project has to be the computer science department, and those students are on their way in the pipeline.
So once the project is completed, all of the water chemistry data that's going to be monitored with the system that the computer science students are involved in will be taken by the aquaculture students in this year's classes and next year's classes. So we're looking at 15 to 20 students throughout the year that will be taking care of the fish tanks and making any decisions based on the water chemistry problems that we see, and successfully rearing these fish till the end of the school year and releasing them.
Yeah, no, awesome. So what was the process like of entering this contest?
You make sure you have someone really smart to work with you, like Matt and Roseanne, and then you just write what is it, 4 questions or something that we filled out?
I believe so, 4-question
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. You just have to come up with a really good idea, better than all the other ideas. And luckily we had students to do that for us, so we just had to do the writing of it.
So do you guys have any idea what the next steps of the process are going to be, or just in general?
Well, we're currently welding up the tank infrastructure, and I don't know if I told you they welded it crooked.
Okay.
So they're grinding it apart and re-welding that. They're drilling holes in the glass tanks to design the plumbing system. And we've cracked a few tanks, but drilled another one successfully today. So we're up to, I think, 2, maybe 3 good tanks. We need 4 good tanks perfectly drilled. Then we need the rack finished, and we can start to assemble the whole thing.
And then the aquaculture students will be involved in putting the filtration system together below it, which is going to couple with the plumbing that the engineering students put together. So it's really a group effort between a lot of the students making the system work.
No, that's really awesome. So what does this exactly mean for Dartmouth High School? Are many other schools around the area or just in general awarded this honor?
Well, it's a national contest. And we're state finalists, which is maybe 5?
I believe there's 5 schools from around the state that are finalists right now. So this next step is to see if we'll be a state winner, and then from there it goes to a national competition.
So if you guys were to win, I just want to wonder, what would you get for winning?
Pile of Samsung gear. I think it's money in Samsung equipment, not like physical dollars, like I don't know, tablets or whatever. And we had some ideas, like it'd be really cool if we finally get this Wi-Fi, automated Wi-Fi, sort of Internet of Things tank chemistry system going, to have a monitor that's constantly displaying tank chemistry that the data gets pushed to, and an app. We could have school tablets that the aquaculture students could use to monitor the tank chemistry.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that is unfortunately all the time we have for today. I want to thank you guys so much for coming on today. It's really awesome work that you guys are doing with your students, and I'm really appreciative that we
Thank
get
you.
this opportunity.
Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for having
It was
Thanks,
really
guys.
Great.
Well, that's all we have for you today. I would like to thank Mr. Brodsky and Mr. Tweedie for speaking with me once again. I've been your host, Mason Langlois, and I will see you next time on Coffee Break.